Good evening and welcome to Tiffin, Ohio at Frost-Kalnow Stadium as the Columbian Tornadoes, they return home to play host to the Huron Tigers here. Welcome to Heart of Ohio Sports. It is Military Appreciation Night here in the heart of Ohio, and that's Tiffin, Ohio. I'm Dominic Helmstetter. Joining me here for our XCARET pregame show, I've got Zack Dillon and then Connor Roush down on the camera. Welcome, boys.
Hey, man, this is a great day to have football game.
Hey, we've got our hometown whites on tonight. We haven't worn these shirts in a calendar year, I believe. So this is exciting stuff. And, the Tiffin marching 120 down on the field there, getting ready. There's this huge Army National Guard tunnel for the Tornadoes to rush on through. And then, of course, like I said, the marching 120 there to greet them as well. And the fans, they're pumped. They're locked in. They're ready to go, Zach. So let's talk a little bit of football here as we've got about 8.5 minutes before kickoff here. Now, of course, we're going to have Huron. They're going to get the football first tonight. So we'll have a chance to check out their offense. And then Tiffin will pick it up in the second half. So let's start with that visiting team here, Zach. They are 3-1. They had an exciting victory last week, 38-31 over Riverview. Gabriel Richard, I believe is how you pronounced it. They've been able to put up some points here, 31 in week 1, 49 in week 2, and then they had a 1-point loss in week 3. So what are you seeing here, Zach?
Well, first, the quarterback, Cody Scroggins, has been we have a moment of silence right now as we are the only ones at the booth talking. Cody Scroggins, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He has a great QBR. He's thrown for a couple hundred yards less than the Columbian quarterback, Rogo, but he has been very efficient. He's been very accurate. And he's going to be a key tonight to win this game. And,
of course, his lead receiver there, fellow senior Bo Harkleroad, he's been putting up some big numbers as well.
That he has 77 yards a game. He's averaging a touchdown a game as well. He's the outside threat on this team. So he's going to be the number one option for Scroggins tonight.
So Huron, they're coming in here able to put up some big points, but if you look at it, they're a Division 5 football team, so they're going to be punching up here against the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. But let's talk about how that worked last week as we had Bishop Watterson we went down there, and Bishop Watterson just came out onto the field and let them have it, and they put up a 33-14 victory over the Tornadoes here. So hopefully they can find a way to bounce back. And, we had a chance to talk to Coach Lutz down on the field beforehand, and he kept preaching toughness, toughness, toughness.
That is, last week they couldn't get anything going versus Bishop Watterson. They couldn't establish the run. They couldn't establish the pass. They were just out of sync all night. I mean, part of that's travel. Part of that's the long bus ride up there. So a bounce-back week for sure. You mentioned interviews. We have some interviews lined up with both head coaches before the game.
Dominic Helmstetter here with Coach Judd Lutz. Judd, welcome. It's Military Appreciation Night. Got new uniforms. It's got to be pretty exciting for the kids.
Yeah, it's something we've been doing here the last couple of years, and Ohio National Guard, Buckeye Guard does a great job going throughout the state, and obviously donating their uniforms and their time for a couple weeks, couple games. So we've been able to get our hands on them the last couple of years, and kids enjoy it, community enjoys it, and obviously we want to support them and all first responders.
Awesome. All right, last week, obviously heartbreaking loss to Bishop Watterson. Bringing it back this week, what's been the message to your boys all week long?
Effort and execution. When you give great effort, you usually execute at a higher level, and when you execute at a higher level, sometimes it's easier to give great effort when you get the ball rolling momentum-wise, and momentum is real for a high school-age kid and even adult. So, we've got to create the momentum and keep it, and if we don't have it, got to get it back. And usually if you execute and or give great effort, you have a better chance of doing that.
All right, and one more question for you, Coach. Offensively, a little bit of a down week last week. What's the key to getting that offense back on track tonight?
Score points.
There you guys have it. Score some points. Back to you. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Dominic Helmstetter here with Coach Holler of the Huron football team here. All right, Coach, welcome to Tiffin. a lot of our viewers don't know much about you. If you were talking to a Tiffinite, what would be the first thing you'd say about your football squad?
Well, first of all, it's a great stadium and a great night for football. For us, here on Ohio, we're on Lake Erie. We're right by Cedar Point, next to Sandusky. We're in the Sandusky Bay Conference. We're in the Bay Division, which is the middle-level schools. We're off to a 3-1 start this year. You know, last week we played a team out of Michigan, which was kind of different, but found a way to win. You know, the Tornadoes tonight obviously have some terrific, talented players. It's going to be a huge test for us, but we feel like we're up for it.
Awesome. All right, coming in 3-1, you said, and last week victorious. What do you think the key was for that victory?
For us, it was finding a way to win the second half. We'd struggled a little bit this year, putting teams away at the end. Our loss this year, we lost by 1 point in the fourth quarter. We just couldn't quite finish the game. Last week, we found a way to do that, and we feel pretty good about it.
All right, and you mentioned the Tornadoes last week. They had a heartbreaking loss in Columbus, Ohio. What do you think you need to do well tonight to have another victory?
For us, it's going to be limit the big play. They've got some very talented athletes on offense, and if we can slow them down and hopefully get a turnover or a stop or two, we like our chances.
Awesome. Hey, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
You were just watching our pregame interview there with Coach Holler for the Huron football team and Coach Lutz there for the Tornadoes football team. And we're waiting here as the Tornadoes coming out onto the field with flags covering all the military branches there as they weave their way through the marching 120. Tiffin's amazing marching band. And, of course, they've got these really awesome jerseys on tonight as it's military and the National Guard. They've been taking them around all state. We've had a chance to see them in Seneca East and Monroeville, and now we get the opportunity to watch them play out here for Tiffin, Ohio. All right, this is our XCARET Mexican food pregame show at Heart of Ohio Sports, okay? And we're waiting for the Huron team to come out here, and here they come. Wearing the white jerseys and smashing through those posters there. It should be a phenomenal game for us tonight. Now, if you look around, it's a beautiful, beautiful night and could not ask for a better evening of high school football. Beautiful 68 degrees outside. And, of course, we need to make sure we thank our SSG Inc. weather sponsor here, making sure that we stay in tune with everything that's going on out there. Just like XCARET, they got our stomachs covered too for this pregame show. All right, we're about 2.5 minutes away from game time here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. And Zach, I think we're getting to the point here where we want to start talking about some of the keys to the game because we're going to have a great contest. And I think you got to start with the Tornadoes. They had a tough outing last week. They got to start turning it around. They got to get it going here. So, hey, lay it out for us. Lee's floor covering, cover all the bases for us. The keys to the game tonight.
Again, for Columbian, they have to get this offense going. And they're going to do that really through their running back, Damian Brockington. If you remember 2 weeks ago, he had – what was that? 7 total touchdowns. He was running all over the field. If they can establish the run that opens up the pass, the playbook comes alive, and they can start scoring some points again.
All right. We want to thank XCARET Mexican Restaurant, staple of Tiffin, Ohio. Make sure you stop in, check out their new look menu. They've got some absolutely delicious items there for you to try. But don't take our word for it. Get your friends together. Go down there at the Tiffin Mall. Order some queso. You know you deserve it. Check out the menu for yourself and get some amazing Mexican dining there. So treat yourself to some of the best. That's XCARET Mexican Restaurant, located in the Tiffin Mall.
Opening kickoff, of course, brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery as we are ready to get underway with this one. Again, Huron won the toss and elected to receive. And that's absolutely a tempo setter.
All right, so Tiffin defense, they've had a bit of a rough go at it here first few weeks of the season. And hopefully they're able to step it up and get something working out for them, as they've managed to give up 49, 45, and then 33 over the last 3 weeks. That's not really going to be a recipe for success if that trend continues tonight. All right, we're getting ready, and kick is up and away, and we are playing some football here, as you've got Harkle Road taking it up to the 25. He's going to be carried down from there, and we get our first look at the Huron offense from there. Bo Harkle Road, senior there, so one of their senior leaders, and you mentioned him in pregame as well, somebody that we need to keep an eye on.
Yeah, again, Harkle Road, 77 yards a game. He's averaging 5 touchdowns. He's that outside threat for Scroggins.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Got that sun right here in our eyes up in the press box. Beautiful down low, though, as it's going to be Delaney gets the first carry tonight. And you mentioned in pregame there, Zach, that Delaney, he's that big back. He's all of 6'2", 225, that big back that'll pound you inside, but open it up for some of their receivers on the outside.
Yeah, and exactly. He runs with really good vision. He's a tough runner. And he's been relied on pretty heavily, 60 yards a game.
All right, they got 3 receivers down at the bottom of the screen, 1 split to the top of the screen. And you're going to see Harkle Road moving, flag on the field, and see who this one's on, possibly pushing Huron back just a little bit. Force them to replay that second down. Yep. First penalty of the evening goes against the offense. So now it's going to be 2nd and 13.
Take a look on replay here. It looks like Harkle Road, he takes off just a little bit early out of that motion.
All right, 5 wide as Scroggins all alone in the backfield. Watch that quarterback sling it. There he goes. Harkle Road hit hard, taken down around the 30-yard line. But it's a positive gain, and he's a little slow to get up after that hard hit by this Tiffin defense.
Great ball placement considering the pressure. Hit the slant early right at the 5-yard line. This sets him up for a 3rd and medium.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 from the 31-yard line as Huron, they're getting the first opportunity tonight, trying to make the most of it against a bigger Tiffin football team. All right, here we go. Scroggins slings it. Intercepted. That's going all the way. Touchdown, Tornadoes. That's a no-doubter right there, as it's number 4, Jack Corper. Touchdown, Tiffin.
Jack Corper, one of the main receivers on this team, also plays a really good cornerback position.
Yeah, that was a no-doubt touchdown all the way, as Corper jumped the route and just took it untouched for a huge interception touchdown.
Wow, great read on the football. Again, that little tight end pop. Jumped it, and then all open space from there.
All right, so looking down there on the field, and the points are not up on the board, so it may have been a penalty on the field, so that INT return may have been returned. That's a late flag there. It's taking points off the board, and that's exactly what it is. It's going to take points off the board, and Huron has new life as they're up towards midfield. Check that out. Scroggins going deep. Harkle Road intercepted again. Okay, well, they get it back there. And, all right, it looks like it was Jace Arias. He's like, you know what, we can do this again. We're going to take the ball back.
Well, roughing the passer gets the first interception overturned. And again, underthrown by the quarterback Scroggins.
All right, so same result at the end of the day there, Zach. Interception. This time the Tiffin Tornadoes, they're going to hold on to it, but late flag moments ago took points off the board as Jack Corper was able to jump her out, take it all the way to the house. But again, that penalty took it away. Anyways, any way you look at it here, Tiffin gets the ball back after an interception, and they're going to show us what their offense can do. Coach Lutz, he's just like, hey, the best way to get this offense going is just to score some points. And you can see that he means business because look who's running the ball right there, none other than Damian Brockington. Brockington, the lead back there for Tiffin, as Zach, as you mentioned, huge night 2 weeks ago. Bishop Watterson last week, for the most part, kept him in check, and that was everything for this offense. There you go, Brockington again, another first down and more as he's able to push the ball up past the 40. Huge gain for Damian Brockington.
Brockington able to cut it outside. You'll see.
Great vision by Damian Brockington. Quick little pitch and catch and just cut right between them. Whoop, whoop. I think that's what Chris Berman likes to say. All right, here we go. And Tiffin so far just ground and pound, and it seems to be working against the smaller Huron football team.
Love the play call on the screen, the jet screen.
No question. We're down to about 9:13 in the first quarter here. 0-0 from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. And Tiffin is driving as they're up to midfield. Fake it to Brockington, sling it. Corper working his way up. First down and more as he's inside the 30-yard line.
Slant right over the middle. Cover 3 sneaks in right behind. Corper gets down to the 30.
Corper, huge gain there, 23 on the catch, and Tiffin's hoping to keep this momentum going as they toss it to Brockington off to the left side. Brockington this time hit in the backfield. Football is on the ground, but let's see if they call him down. Yes, indeed. He was down first, and Brockington slow to come up off the turf. Don't see a flag on the field.
Take a look at the replay here. Again, that tackle. Yeah, Brockington lifted off the ground. Number 15, Andrew Delaney.
All right, here we go. Rogo looking to sling it. He's got his man. And I believe it's Rogo to Rogo as they're now inside the 15-yard line. First down, Tornadoes.
I'm going to see a lot more of this connection, especially now in the red zone. Look for Corper here. Again, leading touchdown receiver on this team.
And a name that that we heard a lot leading up to last week was Brady Gooding, who was an excellent red zone threat for the Tornadoes. Rough week last week. Let's see if they get him involved. And that skipped off the turf, so incomplete for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, wide receiver screen.
And it was Gooding on the receiving end of that.
I don't know if that was going anywhere to begin with. Huron did a nice job rallying to the football. Outside cornerback. That's number 5, Harkle Road. Got off the block early, so.
All right, here we go. Gooding all alone on the top of the screen there. Again, a big red zone threat. And they're going to give it to Brockington right up the middle. He's going to carry a few defenders with him before taking down inside the 10. Pretty clear message so far. Have Damian Brockington just run the football, and it seems to be working on this drive as Tiffin is at the 10-yard line and looking to put some points up. Rogo slings it. He's got it. Rogo. Touchdown, Tiffin. Bryce Rogo with the first touchdown of the evening, and Tiffin's got that offense on the board.
Yeah, the Rogo to Rogo connection right over the middle, able to get in the end zone. If you look at the top right of your screen, had that screen route open against the zone coverage. Rogo throwing right in between two defenders for 6.
And that's a familiar connection that has been working most of the season, so it's great to see them rekindle it and get points up here on the first drive of the evening for them. All right, PAT is up and good. That means Tiffin Columbian 7, Huron 0.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
From Tiffin, Ohio, and moments ago, the Tiffin Columbian football team marched down the field nearly 75 yards and punched it in for 7 as they've got a 7-0 lead over Huron. And of course, on the PAT, there was a roughing the kicker penalty, so they're going to be able to kick a little bit further up here on the return. All right, we're at the 6:51 marker in the first quarter from Tiffin, and I got to be honest, offense looked pretty good on that drive, Zach. And it's loose. Tiffin's on it. Tiffin's on it. Bounces off Huron. Tiffin looks like they jumped on it. Let's see what the official mark is. Tiffin is saying they've got it, and they do. Tiffin pounces and gets the ball back.
Yeah, you were talking about seeing that Columbian offense. You get him again here. That ball bounces off a defender.
Oh, they're saying that he may have touched it short of the 10 yards. So now they're going to give it back to Huron? Okay, so a minute ago, they took an interception, returned all the way back, and now they're taking a kick back, and Lutz is livid.
Yeah, that ball appeared to bounce off of Ashton Purdue. Again, the surprise onside kick. They're saying it touched a Tiffin.
Judd not happy, trying to put on a positive face for his boys as he walks back, but he made sure to let the official hear it.
I think Huron caught a huge break there during the replay. I didn't see it get to Tiffin. I thought it just bounced straight off of Purdue. But
all right, so they don't get the favorable bounce on the kickoff there. Don't get that favorable turn of events on the interception. But what they do have in a favorable note, a 7-0 lead. So let's see what this defense can do. They favored pretty well. Harkleroad takes it off to the left, got a little space, pushed out around the 40-yard line. Now, this Tiffin defense, they've had a bit of a rough go at it so far this season, and they've been picked on by some bigger teams, I think, and it'd be nice to have them come out and put up a solid outing.
well, that swing pass there to Harkleroad on the outside, you're going to see a lot of that going forward. That's a big part of this Huron offense. Small, short passes, trying to wear teams down in the run game.
And, of course, Andrew Delaney, the running back, helps set that up for Huron. All right, here we go. Scroggins rolls to the right, slings it. He has his man, Harkleroad, connects. Another first down for Huron. move those chains, and looky here. They've got something going after a huge break on the kickoff.
Well, we've seen other teams do this to Columbian this season, starting to air it out, push the tempo a little bit.
And that's what I was getting to earlier. This defense had a tough go at it, and the defensive backs in particular, they're just smaller than the typical wide receiver. Harkleroad, he's only listed at 5'10", but he's got some speed, and he's been able to work his way in the middle of this Tiffin defense. All right, 1st and 10 from the 25 here. And it's going to be Delaney up the middle, got some space, puts his shoulder down, and that's a big man running at you. Inside the 20, solid gain for Huron.
Yeah, that motion takes across a linebacker. They're able to run that inside zone right off the tail of that.
He is large, 225 pounds of muscle coming at you there. So 2nd and 5 from the 20-yard line. We're now at 5:30 in the first quarter. Scroggins. And you got Harkleroad moving. Scroggins. Oh, just misses his intended receiver, number 9, Owen Cantu. And Cantu had a step on the defensive back.
Great route by Cantu. That's how he got that separation.
And Harkleroad used as kind of a decoy on that one, as he's been getting a lot of touches. They had it there, Zach. That was a good play call.
Yeah, with comeback route, sold the vertical really well to the outside cornerback, who just kept running. And when the wide receiver turned back, he had open space. That ball needs to be a little bit more accurate.
Got to get it on the numbers. All right, 3rd and 5. And it's going to be giving it to Delaney, who's going to be swallowed by Tiffin. No gain, 4th down for the Tigers.
Is that Obringer that got in there?
I think it might have been.
Good job.
Maybe Abel, too.
Defensive line read it really well, able to get off the blocks. We'll have the field goal attempt here.
All right, field goal here, 4th and 7 from the 22, and Tigers looking to get points up, and it looks like it's got the distance, and it's good. All right, Huron gets a field goal in there as they punch it in, and it's a 7-3 football game with 4:42 left in the first quarter.
Good job by Huron responding to the opening Columbian score, able to rebound off of those, turned back and turned over.
Yeah.
On their last drive.
So we had Manor, looked like a 40-yard field goal. Man, Zach, we've seen some long field goals the last couple of weeks. Bishop Watterson, their kicker, was phenomenal. He hit a 48-yard field goal last week against the Tornadoes, and then we just see a 40-yard field goal right here. I mean, that's not the typical thing on Friday Night Football.
Yeah, last week I was very impressed again, that 48-yard field goal. What was the kicker's name? Do you remember?
Oh, man, I'd have to look that up. I bet I've got it somewhere.
Notes, but
Kessinger.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And some of the parents in the crowd were saying that he's being checked out by some D1 schools, and that kind of leg talent, you can see it. Yeah, he hit a 45-yard field goal and a 48-yard field goal last week just for show. And now we get to see another one here, as it's Cameron Manor for Huron, who puts up their first points. All right, it's up and away. It's going to be a touchback, and we'll have a chance to see the Tornadoes offense come back out here. And, of course, the Tornadoes did some pretty work of their own on that last drive as they marched down the field 75 yards, and they were able to punch it in for a score.
They were really able to utilize the middle of the field. Again, Huron playing that deep zone look. Rogo doing a great job, as he has all season, picking apart the zone, finding the spaces in between.
All right, Tiffin comes out with a spread formation, and it's going to be Brockington in motion, takes the handoff off to the right side, picking up a full head of steam, and going to be drugged down around the first down marker. Oof.
And these plays are so effective at the high school level. The jet sweeps, you're giving your athletes a head start, giving them room to run already, and then spreading out the defense to the sidelines.
And Brockington's pretty dangerous without the extra space, but if you play it right, he can pick up some yards for you. All right, Rogo flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right. He's just going to go out of bounds and live to play another day.
Great pocket presence, step up, letting the pocket develop, and then realizing when he's out of time, so he tucks it and runs.
All right, after the scramble, it'll be about 2nd and 5 from the 36-yard line here for the Tornadoes. Got 2 split out to the bottom of the screen, and that's exactly where it's going. Corper, and he's going to be taken down and drugged to the ground for a loss. Oof. Great tackle, number 11, Landon Holer, who was not going to let him get away.
Holer covering that slot receiver. They try to run the screen again. Let Tiffin make the plays one-on-one. Ate it up.
And Holer just did not bite on anything that was going on in front of him. Instead, followed the football and was able to push Columbian back, who now have a 3rd and 7 from the 36. Rogo slings it. Rogo taken down. Picks up a short gain, but well short, so that'll bring up 4 and 5 for the Tornadoes, and they're going to have to punt the ball away.
Good coverage by number 4, Paul Maloney, the junior defensive back.
I think it was Al Zakwani who was there on the reception. Kind of hobbled off the field a little bit. The big tight end for the Columbian Tornadoes. So 4th and 5, and they're going to be forced to kick it away. Harkleroad back deep. And Harkleroad is going to pick it up around the 11-yard line, pushed out at the 13-yard line, nowhere to go. Tigers are going to have their work cut out for him on this one.
Really nice punt, able to put them inside the 10-yard line. A Tiffin bounce. 45-yard punt.
Want to make sure that we thank all of our sponsors tonight. Your federal credit union, your Legacy Federal Credit Union, been part of the community for 70 years. Member-driven financial cooperative, and are delighted to provide personal touch in what is often an impersonal industry. Any of your financial needs, make sure you give them a call. Stop on by and get your questions answered now. It's 25 Schaefer Park Drive, Tiffin, Ohio. Your community, your legacy, federally insured, NCUA. That's Legacy, your legacy, Federal Credit Union.
Want to show some love to the big boys. Number 55 for Huron, Evan Trevino, putting in some work in a pancake.
Love pancakes. All right. So Huron, they've got a 2nd and 4 coming in here from the 21-yard line and giving themselves a little breathing room as they've got 2 split out to the bottom. And Scroggins is having his wide receivers push out a little bit more. Going to give it to the big man, Delaney, who's going to be taken down pretty quick. Looks like there's a flag on the field. We'll see what this one's about. Yep, face mask on Tiffin. That's their 2nd penalty of the quarter so far, and that's going to give Huron a little new life. And, of course, Tiffin had an inopportune penalty last drive that gave Huron a huge gain and allowed them to put up some points. We're down to 1 minute, 35 seconds here in the first quarter from Frost-Kalnow Stadium, 7-3. Of course, Tiffin leading Huron tonight. But Huron's got the football and a first down right now. Here we go, Delaney right up the middle, and he's going to be taken down. No gain.
Nothing going. Number 52, Manny Aller. He's had a solid season so far.
Yeah, Manny Aller, I'm told a big-time wrestling champion, so that defensive line's the perfect place for him as he can work his magic and cause all sorts of fits for Huron. Knocked away, and there you go. 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Really effective blitz here. One high safety. You're blitzing that outside. Look at the top of your screen here as this develops. Again, you're going to see both linebackers crash right here.
Yep, not fooled at all. All right, 3rd and 11 here, and they're going to spread them out a little bit. Keep your eye on Harkleroad, who's in motion. He's been the go-to guy so far. And slings it. Pump fake, Harkleroad, he's got it and more. 50, pushed out around the 45-yard line. Harkleroad, huge gain for the Tigers.
Yeah, as soon as that route cut off field, lost the defensive back. Man coverage across the board.
Need a play. Where else are you going to go but your playmaker there? As number 5, Bo Harkleroad, has been your do-it-all senior receiver so far tonight. All right, we got about 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see if they try to push the issue. They may let the clock run. Scroggins takes it. Delaney, he's got space. 35, 30, he's still moving. 20, he's still running. 10, inside near the 5-yard line. Whoa, Andrew Delaney with a huge scamper and a first down for the Tigers.
Delaney, hard run, bounces it outside. Again,
You cannot arm tackle him.
Up in the gut.
Look at that.
Cuts out right.
1, 2, 3 defenders that just kind of bounced right off of him. Hard run by Delaney. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. It is 7-3, Tiffin over Huron, but Huron's driving, so stay.
You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports here from Tiffin, Ohio. And just before the break, you had Huron, senior tailback Andrew Delaney, pick up huge yardage, which has driven them inside the 10-yard line as they look to take the lead. And there it is. Let's see if he's got it. Touchdown. Yep, that's right. Owen Cantu catches this one. Touchdown, Huron.
Having the same route run by all 3 receivers on the left side. Bootleg left. Kind of a levels concept.
Great route by Cantu as he came back straight to the pylon, kept his feet in. Touchdown, Huron. And PAT is up and good. It is now Huron 10, Tiffin 7. All right, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors here tonight. We've got Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Ink, Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, SARA RIESEN, Century 21, BOLTE Realty in Tiffin, Ohio, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Roush Detailing, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital. Thank you very much for supporting Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, 10-7 as Huron punches in a big touchdown, giving themselves a nice lead here as we enter into the second quarter. Of course, we want to thank First National Bank of Sycamore, our scoreboard sponsor, keeping us up to date all night long as we not just keep an eye on tonight's score, but look around the area as well. Make sure that those of you that are watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. That way you can get all the action brought directly to you for Heart of Ohio Sports all season long. Whew. All right, touchback there as Cameron Manor just pounds it into tomorrow. And Tiffin offense, they're going to come back out and see if they can make something of this. A little pressure now, Zach, is Tiffin behind the 8 ball, and we've seen some good, we've seen some sketchy, but I get the feeling that Judd Lutz is going to go back to Damian Brockington at some point during this drive.
At some point, for sure. They're doing a really good job of stretching the field, and I think that's where they're the most effective, getting Brockington in space, getting Corper in space.
All right, it's going to be Brockington right up the middle, hit hard, but picks up a few on the way.
Wow.
That was a hard hit.
He
Nick Lewalloped Brockington. Second and 7 from the 23 for the Tornadoes. And Rogo looking. Corper's open in the middle of the field, but he's got pressure. Slings it back to Corper. There you go. First down, Tornadoes. No, it was Rogo to Rogo as Corper cleared out.
Huron's running the cover 4 deep zones. So Rogo was able to find a space right behind the linebackers.
Great job by Bryce Rogo settling in that open space. First and 10 from the 36. And they're going to hand it off to Brockington, and he's going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage.
Lewalloped again making plays on the inside.
He's hitting hard down there.
Trips up Brockington. Holds that right at the line of scrimmage.
10:35 here left in the first half of play. Of course, you want to make sure that you stay tuned for our halftime show. Our halftime show here, we're going to have all sorts of great stuff for you, brought to you by Buckeye IT. And here you go. Brockington powers his way across midfield, taken down at the 45. So we'll be bringing you the band, the local band. We'll look around the area at some of the scores. As you can see here, Brockington gets that nice little pitch and catch, and woof, he goes.
Yeah, screen pass worked really well. Defensive line rushed the passer, didn't feel they were getting through that offensive line with no pressure.
Pitch and catch. Looks like it's Corper on the receiving end.
Corper again on that swing been effective tonight.
Yeah,
Brockington's done it before. Corpor's done it before.
Definitely. Second and third, and going to fake it to Brockington, hit Corper again, and that's a first down as Corper picks up, looks like a good 15 yards on that one.
I think there was a missed assignment from Donnie Hartley. We'll see here. Pay attention to that outside linebacker on the left side. He's got to get way back, and that's right where he should be.
Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Tiffin is driving as they're hoping to take the lead back after Huron put some points up on their last possession. Brockington take it off to the left side and pushed out of bounds around the first down marker. So we'll see where they place the football. That might be another first down for Tiffin.
Good blocking on the outside.
Yeah, they're going to say he's just short of the first down marker, so it'll be 2nd and short for the Tornadoes. All right, here we go. You've got Corper and Rogo at the bottom of the screen. Gooding at the top. Gooding's usually their red zone threat. So let's see where they go with it here. They're going to sling it. Looks like it might be Rogo who grabs it and is taken down around the 3-yard line, 2-3-yard line. Great catch, Rogo to Rogo.
Corper making his way towards that back pylon, I think might have been open for the touchdown over the top. Nonetheless, at the 2, you bring in your big unit.
That's right. You got all the beef on the line there, and it's Brockington all the way as he's hit, and ball is on the ground. Ball is on the ground. No, they're saying that he's down. Huron scooped up the fumble, but the official is saying that Brockington already was down. What a relief for Tiffin. Yeah, not much you can see right there. All right, here we go. Quarterback keeper, touchdown, Tiffin.
Take a look here at the replay. Again, that just opened up right in the middle. The replay of the replay. This is
replay of the replay.
Again, you're telling people put your helmets down.
PAT's up and good. So Tiffin's going to reclaim the lead now, 14-10, as they respond with a touchdown on that last drive. Compliments of your Tiffin quarterback, Braden Rogo.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, and the Tiffin Tornadoes, they've regained the lead with 8:07 left in the first half of play, 14-10. Tiffin over Huron here, and we've got a pretty good football game as right now it's offense v. offense as Huron marched down the field, scored a touchdown on a nifty little comeback pass, and then Tiffin responded in kind as Rogo was able to rush it in on the quarterback keeper, and that's where you got that 14-10 score from. All right, here we go as Huron, Harkle is going to be drugged down around the 30-yard line, and we're going to have a chance to see if this Tigers offense, who's done a pretty fair job this season of putting up some points, let's see if they can do the same thing here before halftime. Want to make sure that we thank Buckeye IT Services, a trusted partner in our IT solutions in Northwest Ohio, serving customers with commercial, residential, and municipal needs. They start by building relationships with you and your company. Buckeye IT Services, they want to make sure that they take care of all of your needs so that your business can succeed. They'll work to tailor all your solutions around best practices with the new state-of-the-art equipment. That's Buckeye IT, so make sure you visit buckeyeit.com and schedule your initial consultation today. Incomplete pass down there on the field. Again, make sure you stay tuned here for our Buckeye IT halftime show, as we'll take a look around the area and pick up all of our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard updates, and we'll make sure that we recap all of tonight's action as well. All right, there you go. It looks like it's Cantu who's going to be knocked out of bounds, so that's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers. And that sun is just now dipped below the tree line, Zach, and we can see again.
That we can't. You know who's not having problems seeing today? Cody Scroggins. Playing really, really well with the football, making good decisions, finding the open man. 3rd and 3, 3rd and short, so.
Yeah, they've done a great job of rolling him out and about, and it's really allowed him to pick up the open receiver, no problem. Here we go, 3rd and 3. They're going to hand it off to Paul Maloney, and this is going to be close. I think he might have gotten it, Zach.
That second effort, the reach right on the 40, so they'll give it to him.
Yep, just enough. First down, Tigers. And Paul Maloney, we've not heard his name tonight, a 6-foot, 195-pound junior. So get this, Zach. He's the backup at a light 195, as Delaney, the main back, 225. And they've got some big boys rushing the football. All right, 1st and 10 after the pickup. You got 3 at the bottom of the screen. It looks like Delaney. Well, actually, it's going to be Maloney who keeps the ball, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play. All right, 2nd and long for the Tigers here. As you know, they want to do 2 things, Zach. They want to take down the clock as far as possible, and they want to put points up because, of course, Tiffin's going to get the football in the second half. So they don't want to give Tiffin another opportunity to score. Scroggins slings it, got his man Harkleroad. First down, Tigers at midfield.
Again, great job finding the open man.
Man, Harkleroad's just all over the place.
He is. They're scheming him open against, really, Columbian's zone defense, their man defense, finding the gaps.
First down at midfield here for the Tigers. They've got something going here. 5.5 minutes left in the half. They've got 2 at the top of the screen. Among them is Harkleroad, and then they've got 1 split at the bottom. Gonna run it all the way as Maloney gets another carry. Short gain. That'll bring up 2nd and long.
That Columbian defensive line crashed in, plugging up all the gaps where that run was supposed to go, so they had to bounce it outside.
All right, 2nd and 9 from midfield for the Tigers as they hope to keep this drive alive and keep pushing. Scroggins, quarterback keeper, right up the middle. He's going to be hit hard. No gain there on the play as he had the whole Tiffin D-line on him from go. All right, it's going to be a timeout down there on the field here. Hope and Fostoria bringing our timeout to us here at Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, you got 4.5 minutes here, Zach. 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. What kind of a play do you dial up? Pitch and catch to Harkle Road, deep one to Harkle Road. What do you think?
Well, they've done a really good job at bootlegging the quarterback out left or right side, getting Scroggins, that space to operate. He's doing a really good job of throwing on the run. So if you can get your quarterback outside of the pocket, get it moving, that's when defenses can break down a little bit.
Yeah, the Tigers put up 38 points last week and 20 points the week before, 49 in week 2, 31 in week 1. So they're a team that knows what to do on the offensive side of it here, and we've seen some of that so far tonight as they've done a pretty fair job of moving the ball. So let's see what that timeout can do for the Tigers offense and if the Columbian defense can hold tight here. 3rd and 8 from the 47. Scroggins slings it. Delaney taken down well short of the first down marker. Delaney unhappy about something if you look down there at him. Had a few words after coming up.
Brockington all over. They set the blitz on 3rd down. Scroggins had to get rid of the ball early. There's just nothing going. Good coverage on the short side of the field.
Looks like the Tigers are going for it. At least the offense is out there. And Scroggins, the quarterback, waiting for the call to come in here. So gutsy play by the Tigers here as they're going for it. And they almost got an offside penalty on that last play. Maybe they're going to go with the hard count and see if they can pick something up here. Yep, that's exactly what they are trying to do, trying to work the hard count. Tiffin holds still, and they're forced to burn a timeout.
Good try by Huron. Again, like you said, they ran the hard count the play before. The blitz was on. They got some jumpy defenders, but everybody was able to hold their water. And then here, good discipline by the Tornadoes.
Got about 3:45 left in the half, and you want to make sure that you stay tuned during halftime. We're going to feature the Tiffin Marching Band, the Mighty 120, and we might even take a look at the Tigers Band and see what they've got. But they've got a new show. The Tiffin Band has a new show, so it'll be exciting to see what some of the changes are for the Tornado Marching Band. All right, so Tigers, they called a timeout. They're running out there to the line. They've got a big 4th and 6 down, and it looks like they're just going to have to kick it away. And that's exactly it, as the punt is up, it's away, it's going to bounce, and nobody's going to touch it. And, yep, whoa, there you go. Check that out. It looks like Owen Cantu is the one that was able to grab it inside the 5-yard line, and the Tigers pinning the Tornadoes back deep in their own territory. Ooh, great punt by the Tigers, and just got to say it, their special teams have been pretty good tonight. I mean, minus that whole bounce the kickoff off the front row thing.
With 3:36 remaining, again, if you're Huron, you're starting to think, all right, well, 3 and out, you're getting the ball back. You have 2 timeouts left. This is going to be an important drive for Columbia.
Brockington's got space as he punches it through close to the first down marker. And if you're the Tornadoes, that's exactly what you needed because you were dangerously close to that goal line.
It's a little bit of breathing room, keeping the clock moving. Whole lot more comfortable now on that 19-yard line as opposed to your own 5.
All right, 1st and 10 from the from the 13, and it's going to be Brockington again. He's got space, first down and more, as he picks up another huge gain. And Tiffin, heck, they've got something going here.
Brockington almost able to break that one free. Last man, number 9, Owen Cantu.
Brockington coming up on about 60 yards so far here in the first half. Not a bad start. Brockington again hit at the line of scrimmage as the Tigers defense pushes him back for no gain.
Donnie Hartley in there, middle linebacker.
2:22 left in the half here. Tiffin taking their time, trying to milk that clock down. Of course, they're going to get the football back in the second half, so they don't want to give Huron any sort of time to do something because Tiffin defense has had a little tough time slowing down the Tigers. So here we go. Rogo rolling out to his right, flushed out of the pocket. He's just going to take off, go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. And right around 2:01, and see what the Tornadoes dial up here on a big third down.
Rogo's first read, the fullback wasn't there. Read too deep, also not there, so good decision just tuck it and run.
Good coverage by the Tigers defense there, forcing Rogo to just run with it. And it's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 34-yard line here. Tiffin holding on to a 14-0 lead, hoping to do some damage before halftime, and he's got his man. And that's going to be a first down, and it looks like Gooding on the receiving end there. So first down Tiffin, and they're going to rush up to the line and try to catch this Huron defense off guard.
Yeah, now you're in the 2-minute drill. Gooding, good job going over the top to get that football.
Here we go, and it's going to be Rogo, quarterback keeper, slides around midfield, picks up about 3 yards. We're at 1:38. Timeout down on the field, which will stop the clock. So Tiffin's going to talk about it a little bit. Now they've got, one timeout left? And they've got a lot of options as they've been able to move the football here pretty good.
Plenty of time on the clock, 1:38. 1 timeout. Again, you're going to still utilize the entirety of the field. You can still go over the minute. Remember, high school level clock stops after first down.
Make sure you stay tuned here for our halftime show, brought to you by Buckeye IT. And we'll make sure that we take a look around the area, pick up some scores, check out some of the band music and performance down on the field, and we'll talk a little bit about the first half of action here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
Just caught a peek at the scoreboard. Hopewell Loudon up big over Lakota, 33-0.
My.
Cameraman Connor Roush is going to be happy about that one.
Rogo scrambles for a first down and slides around the 40-yard line, so another first down for Tiffin. I just got to be honest, Zach. I'm watching the Tiffin coaches on the sideline give the signals. It looks like they're doing a luau down there. Absolutely loving it here. The Rogo connects to Gooding. Actually, it's Corper.
Wow, that ball just inside of Donnie Hartley. Good ball placement there.
First down for Tiffin as Corper picks up another big one. Corper having himself a nice night so far. Right around 50 yards so far in the first half. Rogo, and oh my, flea flicker. Brockington touchdown. Oh my, Damian Brockington on the receiving end of that flea flicker. Touchdown Tiffin, and they've got another score. Check this out. Oh my, what a play call.
What a play call. Again, you throw the screen pass. Defenders come crashing in over the top. You stay behind the line of scrimmage. Some trickeration. 31-yard
All right, here we go. PAT is up, and it's good. And Tiffin, they've got a 21-10 lead over Huron, and that just flipped really quick as the momentum is entirely on the side of the Tornadoes. We're going to take a short break here. It's 21-10, Tornadoes over the Tigers.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Legacy Federal Credit Union, your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
We are live from Tiffin, Ohio at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. And if you're just tuning in, you missed a big one as there was a 31-yard flea flicker thrown to Damian Brockington that put the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes on the board again. And now they've got a 21-10 lead over Huron. Tigers working their way up and almost broke it there. Going to be drugged down around the 37-yard line. So the Tigers got 46 seconds to try to do something with it. And you know they're going to try because Tiffin's going to get the football back in the second half. So let's see what kind of trickeration they can come up with. Of course, Harkleroad's been the go-to guy so far tonight for Huron. But let's see if they can get some of their other playmakers in the passing game.
Well, I want to see them respond to how aggressive Columbians being. An onside kick to start things off. They had the trick play there, obviously. So a whole bag of tricks for Coach Lutz and the squad tonight.
1st and 10 from the 37. And looking to pass it here. They got the big man open, Delaney. He's got some space, and he's going to be tripped up right around the first down marker. And he might be, he looks like he might be down. He might be hurt. Yeah, he's down. Delaney slow to get off the turf as he hit the ground hard after being hit, and he looks like he's in pain. All right, let's step away here for a moment as we try to collect a little bit more information. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today, take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
2 penalties back-to-back. Scroggins down. Flag on the field. Oh, my. It's turning into a melee down there. Oh, my gosh. They're hitting hard. I don't know if you saw that, Zach, but big number 55, Evan Trevino, just pancaked one of the Tornadoes.
Things are starting to get a little chippy out there after the sideline. I was going to say sideline violation, but they went straight to personal, or they went straight to unsportsmanlike conduct called on Coach Lutz in the Tiffin sideline.
Yeah, he wants an explanation. He's not dropping this. All right, so we got 25 seconds right now as Coach Lutz is talking to the officials, trying to get things figured out. So we're going to see, wait and see what happens here. And this time it's going to be, it looks like a penalty on the Tigers, so that'll push them back. And that's going to push them back at the 31-yard line. So what's that?
It's a holding.
It's about 10 yards. So they're going to replay second, yeah. All right, so timeout Huron. They've got 2 of them. Now they've only got 1 left. There's 25 seconds. So they're going to have to strategize here as we've got to let tempers simmer here a little bit. So right now, Tiffin's got 4 penalties. Huron's got 3, and most of those have come here in the last minute or so.
Yeah, it's a wild swing in events. Again, Huron tries to use Columbian's play against them, the flea flicker. Intercepted, but pass interference is called. Coach Lutz then called, or at least the Tiffin bench called for unsportsmanlike. And now a holding. Tries to even things out. 25 seconds left, 1 timeout remaining.
Want to make sure that we thank all of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Ink, Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's Ice Cream, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, SARA RIESEN, BOLTE, Century 21, BOLTE Realty, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant, Intercepted Tiffin by Damian Brockington, and of course that detail comes to you compliments of Roush Detailing. They have all the details, and of course Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital.
Again, Scroggins, a turnover here. Coming into this game, he had 0. He was 8-0.
So, yeah, Huron not getting anything there. Is Brockington able to pick up a nice, easy interception there with 18 seconds left in the half, and I imagine they're just going to kneel the football, go into halftime, and be pretty happy with a 21-10 lead. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to kneel it, and we're going to go into halftime here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium in Tiffin, Ohio. The Tornadoes have a 21-10 lead over Huron, and it's been an exciting game so far tonight. We've that last possession was a little lively, getting a little chippy down there on the field. But as we march into halftime, Tiffin's got a commanding lead, and they get the football back to boot.
That they do. So we'll throw to break. Stay tuned for the halftime show. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, you're watching our Buckeye IT halftime show here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Down on the field there, you've got the Tigers marching band providing some entertainment for the entire stadium here. So it's 21-10 after the first half of play. Tiffin commanding lead over Huron here. And, of course, you look at some of the stats here. You've got Rogo to Rogo striking that up, which has been pretty good. Looking around, Huron's got 11 first downs so far tonight. Tiffin Columbian, they've got 17, which is pretty good right there. Tiffin doing a great job of rushing the football. 18 rushes for 91 yards, and, of course, most of those have come from Damian Brockington, as he's put up nearly 60 of the total yardage himself. Tiffin, their offense, done a phenomenal job. They've got 181 yards through the air so far, and Jack Corper has kind of been the leading man on that front there, as he's been able to put up about 50 yards through the air on his own there. So Tiffin, they've done a phenomenal job. 14 of 15 completions so far tonight for Rogo, which is pretty phenomenal there, a great completion percentage. But one thing that really kind of stood out is the number of penalties. And so far, Tiffin's had 4 of those, and it's cost them about 44 yards. But they've been doing a really good job, a really great bounce back, as last week they really weren't able to get much going against Bishop Watterson, as they were only able to put up 14 total points. And then tonight they've already eclipsed that, and we still have the second half of play to go. Now, when you look at the flip side, the Tigers here, they've done a pretty fair job. They've got 54 yards rushing so far tonight, and they've been able to pass the ball around pretty effectively. And, of course, Bo Harkleroad has been the go-to guy, and they've got about 107 yards through the air there. Less efficient, but Huron's also, they've thrown 2 interceptions, and that's something that's really benefited Tiffin Columbian as they picked up a huge interception to end the first half of play. We're going to take a short break here as, again, you see the Tigers marching band down on the field. 21-10, Tiffin over Huron. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
We close tonight with a 1966 rock hit by the Rolling Stones that spent 2 weeks at #1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and 10 weeks at the top of the charts in the UK. It was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2011 on the list of songs that shaped rock and roll, as well as the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2018. Regaining popularity due to Netflix Wednesday series, the Huron Tiger Marching Band features our drum line on Painted Black. Director of the Huron Tiger Band is Jordan Stutzman, Assistant Director Victoria Straka, Percussion Instructor Nick Stutzman, and Tiger Ed Advisor Tabitha Rainey. We would like to thank our community, administration, and parents for their continued support. We would also like to thank our generous water sponsor for the season, Christina's Creations, as well as Crystal's Alterations for our uniform tailoring needs. Thank you for listening this evening, and go Tigers!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We direct your attention to the far sideline as we welcome the pride of Tiffin Columbian High School, the 2023 edition of our Marching 120, the Tiffin Columbian Band, Flag Dance, and Majorette Squad. Our band is under the direction of Mr. Michael Meadows, with Assistant Director Mr. Trenton Thacker. Our flag and dance.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports as you see the Marching 120 come out onto the field. The Tiffin Columbian Marching Band, led by Mr. Mike Meadows.
evening with a drill to a combination of 2 hits by Bon Jovi, entitled Bon Jovi Jam. It combines the 1986 Billboard Top 100 #1 hit from their album Slippery When Wet, Living on a Prayer, and with 2,000 hits from the album Crush. Watch, listen as our Marching 120 drills to It's My Life. Our show with a big hit by the Christian rock band Skillet. Our dance flag majorette squads are featured on the field tonight. This song has gathered numerous number ratings. #1 hits on Christian rock radio, #2 on Christian hard rock radio, #4 on U.S. active rock chart, and #4 on mainstream rock chart. One could almost say it was a monster of a success. Here it comes, Monster! Everybody knows the Tiffin Marching 120 loves to boogie down and dance. We conclude our halftime show with a dance selection by the South Korean boy band Stray Kids. This 2020 hit of theirs describes the enthusiasm of all the Colombian athletes as well as our Marching 120. We just like the title, All In. Columbian Marching Band, Flag Dance, and Major Squad. As we thank our sponsors this evening, Wind Wave, Tiffin Paper Company, Empty Water, Forte Music, and River Rat Jet Boat.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports here. It's our Buckeye IT halftime show from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. The Tornadoes have a commanding 21-10 lead over the visiting Huron Tigers. And you were just watching one of the best bands in the land, and of course we're biased because we're here in Tiffin, Ohio, but the Marching 120 putting on a phenomenal show there. Again, Mike Meadows does just a fantastic job directing and leading those young musicians. All right, so we got a couple minutes here before we get ready for the second half of play. The Tornadoes are down there getting warmed up, and the Tigers just ran out onto the field as well. So, Zach, it's 21-10 here. Let's do a quick recap, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on what to expect here in the second half. Now, Tiffin will get the ball back first because Huron received. But really, here's what I'm seeing. Tiffin's picked up 2 interceptions here, 1 in each quarter, and that's really helped balance this Tigers offense a little bit here. Rogo has done a fantastic job. He's tossed a touchdown, and he's run for a touchdown. And then, of course, Cantu is the one that got the score for the Tigers. But I would say the big story for the Tigers offense, at least, is Harkleroad, who's put up a lot of chunk yardage there and really allowed them to move the ball really great. So, Zach, here's my question. Put your coach's hat on if you are Judd Lutz and you know you've had a history so far this season where your defense hasn't been playing the best. How can you slow down Harkleroad? How can you slow down the Tigers' offense?
Well, a lot of that comes from up front, their defensive line. They've been effective at times. The pass rush needs to get there. And then when it comes to controlling a Harkleroad, I mean, you just have to stay disciplined within your zones. When you're running zone defense, use good technique with man defense. It's not hard when teams have one weapon they go to really focus on them. Harkleroad doing a great job thus far of being a problem for this Tiffin defense.
And one of the other tools that the Tigers have used to soften up the Tiffin defense, Andrew Delaney, the senior tailback, he was injured in the second quarter, still uncertain of his status. Hopefully he's doing well, and he was able to walk off the field. But otherwise, if Delaney cannot do the carrying duties, it's probably going to fall to number 4, Paul Maloney, who we saw carry the ball a couple times.
Yeah, we saw Maloney again in that first half The key to the second half, I think, for this Huron team, though, is Scroggins getting back to form. Again, coming into this one, 0 interceptions, 8 touchdowns. And again, he's already had 2 turnovers tonight. So if he can return to form, play more accurate, be a little calmer in the pocket, they're moving him out left and right quite a bit, and that's been effective when he's been doing it. So look to see that in the second half.
All right, we are about a minute away from the second half of play here from Tiffin, Ohio, and the Tornadoes are going to get a first crack at it here. Let's take a short little look around the area from First National Bank of Sycamore, our scoreboard sponsor for tonight. And so far, I see Willard with a 55-6 lead over St. Joseph Central Catholic at halftime. I see Margaretta. They've got a nice 21-3 lead over Woodmore at halftime. And then Seneca East and Colonel Crawford. Ooh, Colonel Crawford, tough team. We've seen them a couple times here over the past year. Colonel Crawford has a 26-0 lead over the Tigers going into the third quarter. So we'll have a chance to see Seneca East in a couple of weeks, I believe, as they take on Cary, which should be another great matchup here at Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, teams are back out on the field, and we're ready for the second half of play. And Huron boots it, and still just so impressed by that young man. Cameron Manor does such a great job kicking the ball as he gets another touchback. And we're going to get our first look at the Tornadoes offense here in the second half. Of course, Rogo, Braden Rogo, the quarterback, has been doing a really great job of keeping things moving for this Tiffin offense so far tonight. He's been able to run it, throw it, and then when he's not working his magic, Damian Brockington's getting in on it, and we know how much of a load he is. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Tornadoes. Brockington takes the ball right up the middle, hit a couple of times, not going to go anywhere as they push him backwards. No gain on that first down run. That'll bring up 2nd and long for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, the linebackers there for Huron. Hartley, Holler came down, read the run right away.
2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. And looks like he's going to sling it. And it's, I believe, Brockington who's going to take the catch up to around the 30-yard line, close to the first down marker. And I've noticed Brockington becoming more active in the passing game so far tonight.
Yeah, they're utilizing him screens. They're utilizing him doing the jet sweeps across the defense.
Corcoran Gooding at the top of the screen. Handoff Brockington as he just plows through people and picks up a first down for the Tornadoes.
Yeah,
I'd say this is exactly the way they started the football game. They just handed it off to Brockington and pounded the rock, and they're back at it here in the second half, and it's working out pretty good.
Yeah, he has that low center of gravity. He's able to keep the legs moving, get the first down.
1st and 10 from the 36. Fake to Brockington, slings it. Looks like it might be Gooding. Yep, Gooding pushed out of bounds. Big gain for him. I believe that's his first catch of the evening. So it'll be 2nd and 2 from the 44-yard line.
These Huron defensive backs give it a lot of space, a lot of cushion, these Columbian receivers.
Brockington takes the pitch, and he's got to work his way around some defenders as they push him back. Loss on the play.
Landon Holler keeping the feet moving. Good job wrapping up. No way Brockington was getting out of that one.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's going to be about 3rd and 4 is the official spot on the field. So they're at the 42-yard line here, getting close to that midfield marker. Got 3 wideouts at the top of the screen. Rogo at the bottom of the screen. Pump fake. He's going to pump fake again, and he's going to keep it and should have enough for the first down as he's right in that area. Yes, indeed, first down for Rogo as Braden picks up another key chunk of yardage.
Yeah, nothing going there for Bryce Rogo. You look like the target on that scramble drill ran right into Cantu and Holer over the top.
1st and 10 from midfield here. Rogo, quick pass out there. Corper, midfield. And he's going to be taken down right around the 48-yard line.
Yeah, we're going to get a holding on Gooding here on the outside. That's exactly what's going to happen.
So that's going to take this back a little bit. Check out that camera work. Woo!
So, yeah, Gooding got beat to the spot. Good job by the defensive back. Trying to cross his face. Gooding trying to hold on. He's that only blocker out there on the left side. Arms extended. It's a pretty easy call for the referee.
All right, with the penalty, it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 37-yard line for Tiffin. And quick pitch, Corper, 45-yard line, drugged down, still moving, churning those legs back up to the original line of scrimmage. So pretty nice chunk of yardage there for the Tornadoes.
We've seen that screen from the wide receiver position a couple times tonight. Been effective. That's something for the Huron defense to key into.
2nd and 10, 2nd and 9, close to that midfield marker. Brockington in motion. Quick pitch to him as he's got some blockers, and Brockington keeps working his way up. He's going to be taken down just a little short of that first down marker. Oh, so close. But Brockington bringing a few defenders with him there. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
Damian Brockington is such a fun runner to watch. You know, he's not afraid of contact, but he's got great vision. He's got great agility, great presence of mind, right, to use those moves.
3rd and 1. Quarterback keeper as Rogo picks up first down easily. Tornadoes move the sticks again. Great drive so far here on their first possession of the second half. And they've done a great job pounding the ball up the middle. And then those quick hitches, getting their playmakers in the space. And it's paid off pretty well. Good halftime adjustments here by the Tornado offense as they're getting things back on track. And Rogo looking to pass, and he wants this one to go to his brother, a little short. And it's knocked away, incomplete, as number 5, Bo Harkleroad, was just waiting there.
Yeah, that ball underthrown a little bit. Both the receiver and defensive back camped under at the 20. Good job by Harkleroad. Staying patient, not getting too handsy until the ball arrives.
Yeah, it looked like Rogo got a little too much air under that pass and just wasn't able to get the distance, and forced his receiver to come back, and it was knocked away by the defense. So 2nd and long, Brockington powers his way forward, and they're still pushing and shoving down there, so we'll see where they spot it. Right around the 35-yard line, so that'll bring up 2nd and short for the Tornadoes. And the Tigers really haven't had much of an answer for Damian Brockington so far tonight. Whether it's passing the ball or running the ball, he's been able to get his yardage.
That's a testament to this Columbian offensive line. They've really picked things up here in the second half, moving people off of spots.
3rd and 3 from the 35. Fake to Brockington, toss to Rogo. Incomplete as he's unable to hold on to the ball.
Quick slant.
So Tiffin's got a 21-10 lead, 7 minutes here in the third quarter. They're keeping the offense down there on a key 4th and 3rd play here. And we'll see what they dial up here. Is so far they've been dialing up some winning plays throughout this drive. All right.
Fullback in the game last time, they motioned him. That's what they're doing here. They're trying to get that quick out.
And overthrows his intended receiver. No good is Brockington. They are hoping to connect and give him some space. And turnover on downs, and the Tigers are going to take the ball back.
Words on the sideline for Rogo talking to offensive coaches. Following Coach Lutz here, finds his quarterback, trying to get people back on the sideline.
Yeah, you can see that they're still talking about that last play, that last incompletion. So 1st and 10 from the 35 is Huron's going to take the ball back after a turnover on downs. Rogo unable to connect with his intended receiver on that 4th down play. So we'll see what the Tigers can dial up here as they dodge a bullet, because Tiffin was able to pick up quite a few yards. All right, here we go. And all right, it's going to be Delaney. No, actually, it's going to be number 4, Maloney, who carries the ball. No gain on the play.
See the offensive coordinator out on the bench still talking to Rogo about that last 4th and 3rd left side on that Columbian bench.
Yeah, Bryce coming down there talking to his brother as well.
And again, offensive coordinator has just been in Rogo's ear since he reached the sideline.
All right, 2nd and 10 from the 35 as Maloney unable to pick up anything on the 1st down rush. Scraggo throws off to the right side, incomplete. Scroggins.
Thought we had a new nickname for
He's
Cody
a Muppet.
Scroggins. Scraggo.
It's part of our post-game show. We're going to have a Muppet interpretation of Tigers' game plan featuring Scroggo. All right, here we go. Big 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. That's something we do know for sure. All right, here we are. They've got 2 split out to the top and batted down as Cantu was the intended receiver, and a little pushing and shoving as a late flag comes into it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Vinny Majoy.
Yeah, number 56, Vinny Majoy, who got an extra push and shove in there on the Tornado defender. And that's going to push the Tigers back a little bit. Vinny, you just can't do that. Yep, Vinny's the marked man on that one. Yeah, 6th penalty of the evening for the Tigers, and it just kind of takes me back to our pregame interview of the Tigers head coach there, Coach Holler, and he said, hey, we've got to play disciplined football, and you see him there on the sideline. He's like, we got to play disciplined football if we want to hang in here with the Tornadoes, and that play kind of exemplifies the opposite of what he was hoping to accomplish, and those 6 penalties just kind of keep stacking up here at some of the most inopportune times. All right, Jack Newlove pushed out of bounds, and Tornadoes got great field position right around where they left off last time around. So let's see if they're able to get on the same page here, as they had some words on the sideline after it didn't go good on that last 4th down play. Let's see if they can get on the same page and pick up some yards and extend this lead a little bit. .549 here in the third quarter. Tiffin 21-10. And I imagine they're gonna be giving that football to Damian Brockington somewhere along the way. You can see he's split out to the top of the screen. Gonna move him. And Rogo pump fake. And he's gonna ask Brockington to to block for him as Rogo runs out of bounds. Short gain. That'll bring up 2nd and long.
Rogo able to recognize there was nothing going passing game. So he points Brockington in the direction of the nearest defender to the sideline. He's able to pick up 2.
All right, so 2nd and 6. After that 4-yard pickup, Rogo bounces it off the turf. Corper, the intended receiver, incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Tornadoes.
We've seen Rogo struggle a little bit on those short passes to the left side. He's overthrew Brockington again on that 4th down. He skipped a couple in the dirt tonight.
And Rogo deadly when he gets into rhythm and he starts connecting. And we saw last week he went through stretches just kind of like this one as he steps up into the pocket, runs, and he's going to get the first down as he just dives forward. Whoa, great run by Rogo as he was determined to get the first down on that one.
Yeah, you love to see. That's a gritty play from the quarterback there. Again, he knows how many he has to get, puts his head down and reaches across, gets the first down. Keeps Columbian.
Yep, nowhere to go.
Alive.
Gets around a defender, shoots straight forward, and usually he slides. That time he dove straight forward. Another quarterback keeper as they dial up the hot hand, and he puts his shoulder down and levels a boom. Huge yardage there on that first down scamper. Whew. Hey, there you go. If you struggle to throw the ball, just tuck it and run. Braden Rogo, back-to-back quarterback keepers, picking up great yardage, gets a first down, and then almost another one there on that first down run. So it's 2nd and 1 from the 20. Rogo looking to pass, got a man in his face. It's going to be Corper. Gets around a couple people inside the 10-yard line. Great job, Jack Corper.
See Rogo talking to the crew chief, head referee. Thought there might have been a late hit, which there's definitely a shove after that ball came away. Regardless, inside the 10 here. Again, you're looking for Gooding. You're looking for Corper if you choose to pass the ball. If not, Brockington and Rogo, deadly combination trying to run it up the middle.
Gooding at the top of your screen. Typically that red zone target. He's got 5 touchdowns on the season, I believe. And they're going to give it to Brockington, who's getting dangerously close as he's drugged down at the 1-yard line. I imagine they're going to do one of two things here, Zach. Quarterback keeper or just go back to Damian Brockington.
Now, these short situations, you've got downs to play with. I like calling, like a wedge play, just right up the middle. Inside handoff.
All right, Brockington and Rogo. Gives it Brockington, touchdown, Tornadoes. Just like that, Damian Brockington picks up his 2nd touchdown of the night, helps extend the Tornado lead, 27-10.
Columbian able to try to push this one away again. That's just big hole parts on the left side. Brockington able to stroll in to put Columbian up 27-10. Just untouched.
All right, PAT is up. It's good. And your Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes now have a 28-10 lead over the visiting Huron Tigers at Frost-Kalnow Stadium from Tiffin, Ohio.
There you go.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure that you get on YouTube and you click subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports. That way you can get all of our Friday night action coming and streaming straight to your phone, your tablet, your computer, or your TV. That's heartofohiosports.com and Heart of Ohio Sports Xstream or A-Stream on YouTube. All right, Cantu with the return, and we'll see what the Tigers have in them as the Tornadoes just put up another touchdown on top of the lead they already had.
Yeah, it's not out of reach yet. Down 18, 3:20 left to go in the third quarter.
Still a lot of football to play tonight.
A lot of football to play. With that being said, Huron does need to put a drive together and answer Columbia.
All right, here we go as the Tigers get their shot to respond with 3:20 in the third quarter. And Scroggins takes it off to the right side. He's going to be wrapped up and pushed backwards, no gain.
Quarterback power off the right side. And just nothing going. Good job by the Columbian linebackers coming down.
Yeah, you can even see Scroggins on the screen there in the background. Even see his hands going out, kind of like, hey, coach, there's nowhere for me to run. All right, 2nd and 10 from the 27 after no gain. And Harkleroad in motion. Scroggins rolls to his left. He slings it. It's tipped at the line, incomplete, as it was number 13, Donnie Hartley, the intended receiver.
Yeah, pass tipped to the line, but Hartley has to catch that one in and out of the hands. Brings up a long third down.
And this is one of those deals where you're not going to go for it 4th down per se because you're so far back. You're sitting there at the 27-yard line, so this is a big 3rd down. And they've got to find a way to pick up 10. Keep your eye at the bottom of the screen. The go-to receivers tonight, Cantu at the bottom, Harkleroad.
He's in the slot. They're booting him out.
Yep, thrown it to Harkleroad, going deep and unable to get there as he's just not able to catch up with the pass.
The double coverage, they knew it right away. Corper and Hickman close behind.
That'll bring up 4th and 10, and they're going to be forced to punt the ball away.
Excuse me, that was
Looks
Jack
like
Newlove out there.
Yeah, Newlove. We haven't seen him much on offense. Last week he had his name called a few times, and he was able to make some plays. Here we go, Newlove up to the 40, and that's where the Tiffin offense is going to come back out onto the field.
Special teams for Huron. Done well so far. Good punt coverage. Again, that only hiccup they had was earlier in the game on that onside kick that was turned over on a penalty. So that got called back. .224, you have a fullback back in the game. I'm expecting a lot of Damian Brockington this drive, Rogo, some quarterback keeps.
And there you go, Brockington right up the middle. Full head of steam as he picks up a pretty good chunk of yardage. I imagine they're going to slow roll this one, Zach. Take their time, make sure they melt away the clock. 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
Almost 25 on the play clock. You have time. Again, just keep things rolling, but they're back up on the line.
All right, Rogo's going to give it to Brockington, who gets a first down and more, as he just keeps picking up more and more yardage there. Wow. Man, last 2 carries, Damian Brockington's picked up about 23 yards, and number 23 is still on the ground after that last carry.
And this is not a player you want to see hurt if you're Coach Lutz and this Columbian crew. Again, you hope the young man's okay.
I want to take a moment here and thank some of our sponsors as we wait for more information on Damian Brockington down on the field. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's Ice Cream, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, SARA RIESEN, Century 21 BOLTE in Tiffin, Ohio, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Roush Detailing, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital.
The way everybody's reacting, it looks like just a cramp. Stretched him out a little bit, getting him some water on the sideline, so hopefully that's all it is.
All right, Brockington off the field, 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. See who resumes some of those duties, and it looks like it's going to be, I believe, number 2, Seitz. Yep, Seitz picking up 6, and we saw his number carried last week as well, as he was a good change of pace as Brockington garnered a lot of attention. So it looks like, yep, Keyshawn Seitz is going to get a few carries. All right, 2nd and 4 from the 34 here. And Seitz, another carry as he takes it off to the right side, splits the defenders and pushes his way forward for a first down. So Tiffin picking up another first down, keeping those chains moving.
On the sideline, they're working Brockington's calf, so that does appear to be the problem.
And Brockington, he's played a lot of defense and offense tonight, so two-way. And that could play into it as well. You just start adding up those snaps. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Rogo and Corper at the bottom of your screen. Seitz going to take the handoff again and powers his way up to the 25-yard line for another good gain.
And this one should do it for the quarter. Again, Huron just cannot find a stop to this rushing offense.
All right, 3 quarters are in the book here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. The Tornadoes have a 28-10 lead over Huron, and we're headed into the 4th quarter. Stay tuned.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Tiffin, Ohio, it's 28-10. Tiffin over Huron here. And we are now entering the 4th quarter of play. And wouldn't you know, look down there on the field. You got Damian Brockington. He is back. All right, 2nd and 6 from the 25-yard line, and hey, why not? He's good to go, and he spins out of a tackler and works his way up towards first down marker. Welcome back, Damian. All right, 3rd and short here for the Tornadoes. They're right around the 22-yard line and taking their time getting those play calls in on this one. You got Rogo at the bottom of the screen here, now in motion. And they got that tight formation. And they're going to give it to Brockington, who follows his lead blockers. First down for Tiffin.
And Huron did get a little bit of a breather at the quarter, but again, this drive has just slogged on. Again, just this is where your conditioning pays off for this Huron defense. They're on the field still.
Rogo in motion here. Corper at the bottom of the screen. Brockington takes the handoff. Left side as he powers his way up to the 10-yard line. Another solid gain for the Tornadoes. And Zach, if I'm looking here, we've got 10:45 left in tonight's football game. And another touchdown is going to get us close to that 30-point marker. And this Tiffin offense has been pretty unstoppable so far here in the second half.
Yeah, this drive in particular, everybody knew what Columbian was going to do. They had to run it, just kill clock, and they are unstoppable right now.
2nd and 4 from the 11. That's the official mark. Brockington again up the middle. First down and more as he works his way inside the 5-yard line, getting awful close to the goal line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Tornadoes.
Last time Columbian inside the 5, it was a handoff to the left side to Brockington.
Yeah, we also saw Rogo with the quarterback keeper. So a couple of different options here for Judd Lutz in the Tornado gang. Brockington off to the left side. Is he in there? Oh, he's close. They're going to say he stopped just short. That was awful close. It's actually Rogo. Yep.
Yeah,
quarterback keeper.
You called it quarterback keeper. Columbian, almost a false start there by Brockington. You'll see it kind of just leaning forward. He's on his toes right there. Like he didn't get the call, though this does benefit Columbian. Of course, they're able to keep that clock moving.
9:14, 9:13 left in tonight's contest. All Tornadoes. This time it's Brockington who finishes it off. Touchdown, Tornadoes. Brockington getting his 3rd of the night.
34-10, the score here in Tiffin. Man, this offense has been really impressive, putting on a show. Defense just impressive, forcing 2 turnovers. You know, it wasn't perfect, but if you're Coach Lutz, you're certainly looking happy now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when you get a victory. Kind of solves a lot of problems. PAT is up and good, and that extends the Tiffin lead. It is now 35-10 over Huron. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports, and we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com.
Welcome back to Frost-Kalnow Stadium here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Dominic Helmstetter, Zack Dillon, and we've got Connor Roush down on the camera, bringing you tonight's streaming game of the evening. And right now, Tornadoes 35-10 over the Tigers. But wouldn't you know, Cantu spinning away from defenders on the return, bringing it up to the 38. A little life down there.
Yeah, Huron's special teams have been a bright spot tonight. Good return there. That kick return unit filling their lanes effectively, allowing Cantu to get the outside.
All right, 9 minutes, kind of do or die here. You want to pick up a little momentum if you're Huron, as all the momentum has belonged to Tiffin so far here in the second half of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 38. And let's see what they're able to dial up, as Scroggins going to give it to Harkleroad. And Tiffin knew Harkleroad would be involved, as about half the defense is over there to greet him.
Yeah, good second effort there. Harkleroad trying to get away from the defenders, but Columbian just rallied to the football as they've been doing all night.
Team tackling. They've done an excellent job, and if they're able to hold Tiffin, or if Tiffin is able to hold Huron to 10 points tonight, that's going to be the best defensive outing of this young season, as the defense, the Tiffin defense, they gave up 33 last week, 45 the week before, 49, and then 14. So this has been a heck of an effort by this Tornadoes defense.
Continuing to go to Harkleroad.
Looks like he might be just short of that first down marker from our viewpoint. So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Tigers. And let's see if this Tiffin defense steps up again. They've got 2 interceptions so far tonight, which have been absolutely huge. Scroggins, those are the first 2 interceptions he's thrown all season, from what we're being told. So see what they can do to apply a little pressure. All right, 3rd and 1, and it's going to be Maloney. Should be enough for a first down. Yep, and he's going to be drugged down to the ground around midfield. First down, Tigers.
Vinny Majoy leading the way there, had the penalty called on him earlier in the game. This time, hands up after the whistle. Wasn't me. Pushes his man all the way back to the secondary.
1st and 10 from midfield for the Tigers. Down to 7 minutes. And officials, did they say there's a timeout on the field or an official timeout? What's going on? Instead, there's a penalty.
All right. Flag right on the 50-yard line. It was an offsides. Pushes the ball up 5 yards.
All right, that's Columbian's 6th penalty of the evening. And it gives the Tigers 5 yards for now a 1st and 5 from the 45-yard line, as they've already gone past midfield. 3 split out to the bottom of your screen. Scroggins throws right up the middle. He's got his receiver. Looks like it might be McNulty. A little extracurricular activity there behind the line. And it's McNulty who picks up a first down for the Tigers and move those chains.
And that Huron offensive line seems like they have new life on this drive.
McNulty, his first catch tonight, we haven't heard his name much. They might try to spread it out a little bit as Tiffin's queued up Harkle Road, who's at the bottom of the screen with Cantu. And here we go. It's going to be Maloney. Taken down at the line, no gain.
Owen Cantu, they're leaving him one-on-one at the bottom of your screen. Can't see the number with the camo jerseys. It's navy on camo, but that's a matchup to watch for sure.
Yeah, you got
16.
Yeah, you got Rogo and Corper down here over top of Harkle Road and Cantu, the go-to receivers. Got Maloney. Oh, there you go. He's got McNulty again. First down for the Tigers. They're forgetting about McNulty as he's picked up 2 catches here in short order, and they're getting him close to the first down, or close to the goal line.
Columbian playing pretty conservatively. The deep zone all the way around. Forcing the quarterback, Scroggins, to make the reads, make the throws.
Jackson McNulty, he's listed as a quarterback on our roster, but he's been playing wide receiver here as he's picked up a couple of really nice catches. And they're going to pitch it to Maloney, who's going to be drugged down behind the line, no gain.
Yeah, the blitz was on all the way. Number 35, it's A.J. Bunnell. Came in like a missile.
So 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line here, and Huron's done a really fine job of picking up some yards and moving the football here during this drive, and that's exactly the type of thing that they needed because they haven't been able to do it too much tonight as they've been held in check to just 10 points. All right, you got 3 split out, wide right, Harkle Road. Avoids 1 tackle, gets in, touchdown Tigers. Harkle Road, touchdown.
Hey, you see that's possible. They're playing zone defense right here at the goal line. A missed tackle on the close side of the field. And Harkle able to scamper to that pylon. Again, zone defense. The ball is out. Missed tackle here in the end zone.
Yeah, he's just able to get in there. That missed tackle key. So PAT is good, and that's going to bring, it's going to shorten the lead a little bit here after Huron scores. Now it's 35 to 17 from Tiffin, Ohio. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Frost-Kalnow Stadium. The Huron Tigers just put up a touchdown after a quick pitch and catch to Harkle Road. He snuck himself in there. That gives them 17 points, but unfortunately, the Tornadoes have 35 points, so that's where your score is with 3:58 left in the football game tonight. 35-17, Tiffin leads Huron, and Huron's going to be forced to kick the ball back. And Tiffin looked pretty good on their last drive.
Yeah, onside formation from the kick return team.
Yeah, you got Gooding, Rogo, Corper, New Love, all down here at the bottom of the screen, and then they go deep. All right. There you go.
More good special teams tackling, special teams execution. That's number 10, Dominic Fresh.
Yeah, Jack Corper not able to go anywhere on that return as he's taken down at the 20-yard line.
So 3:51 left to play. You're gonna see a lot of Brockington, Rogo. I wouldn't be surprised if Seitz maybe came in and got some carries, but Brockington out there.
Next week we'll have a chance to travel with Tiffin again as we go to Sandusky. Last we saw third quarter of action. Sandusky leads Vermilion 42-28. So that's a game to keep an eye on as it has implications for next week. And wouldn't you know it, there you go, Brockington. Oh! Taken down right around the 47-yard line as Damian Brockington sprung a large run on that one.
Oh, you know he wanted it. He saw daylight, got past the linebackers into the secondary. Good tackle there made. I think that was Holer. Again, Brockington has the patience. He waits, gets by the first man, missed tackle. Oh, my goodness. Brought down there.
Shoelace tackle. Yeah, he was thinking about that extra touchdown.
It was Harkle Road that got to him.
Of course it is. Brockington, he's already gotten 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, 1 receiving touchdown. And, oh, yeah, he plays defense, so he's got an interception as well.
Yeah, Seitz in now.
I think it's a good time to tell you we got 3 minutes left in the game. Make sure you stay put. We've got our post-game show here, brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We've got to name a player of the game. We've got to review tonight's action, and we've got all sorts of stuff to talk about. So make sure you stay put here at Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, 2nd and 6 for the Tornadoes. Again, if you have not done that already, make sure that you click subscribe on our YouTube page here at Heart of Ohio Sports. Subscribe to our Extreme station, which is our home. And also make sure you click subscribe to the A Stream. That way you get all of the regular updates on your Friday night action for all of your Buckeye State scores, high school football. All right, 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line is Tiffin's just imposing their will and helping melt this clock away as it's at 1:50 left in the game.
Yeah, Seitz in again with the carry up the middle.
Woo! Look at him go. Seitz, he's still moving. Drugged down around the 14-yard line. Wow, he just had a burst right through that line.
And he's running like he wants more reps.
He wants to score, Zach.
That was a great burst of speed. And that acceleration out of the block.
Wow. Man, what a run by Keyshawn Seitz. Check this out. Quick sidestep and woof, there he goes.
And again, that was Harkle Road on the stop. So 2 touchdown-saving runs.
Yes, indeed. All right, we're down to 1:26 left in the game. And I think they're just going to kneel it.
Victory formation, the best play.
Best play in football, victory formation there. Maybe the mercy rule here because Keyshawn Seitz, if you give him the ball, he's going to be trying to storm towards that end zone.
You can hear the coaches in the box behind us yelling, stop, stop, stop. You got to wait for that play clock to run all the way down. This Columbian was on the line, get ready to make that play happen.
Yeah, we're under the 1-minute marker here. And Columbian assuming the victory formation, trying to melt down the clock as much as possible. Now they're going to go as they've got 3, 2, 1 left on the play clock. There you go, another knee. And that should about do it here in Tiffin, Ohio, as your Tornadoes are now going to be 4-1 after a victory over the Huron Tigers. And they're going to travel up to Sandusky next week with some positive momentum after a solid showing tonight.
Yeah, again, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the prettiest game that Columbian has played, but again, a win is a win. They executed on offense tonight. Their defense, 17 points, I believe, is the fewest an opponent has scored against them this season, so that's a bright spot. Of course, the post game coming up, we'll have player of the game.
Yep, our our interview with Judd Lutz before the game, he said, hey, what's the best way to get the offense going again? He's like, score. And they did that pretty well tonight. 35-17 is your final score here from Frost-Kalnow Stadium in Tiffin, Ohio. We're going to take a short break here, but we'll be right back with our player of the game during our post-game show. So stay tuned. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports from Frost-Kalnow Stadium, and this game's in the books as you're watching Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show, and wouldn't you know it, the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes come out victorious as they pick up a huge 35-17 win over the Huron Tigers. All right, Zach, we had a pretty exciting game tonight as the defense, they showed up and they played some great football. As the Tiffin defense, they picked up 2 interceptions tonight, and they held this Tigers offense in check to just 17 points, which is one of the lowest marks of the evening. So you come back last week and you give up, 33 points, and then you follow that up with a solid showing here. Defense headed in the right direction, and I keep coming back to Judd Lutz saying, hey, you just got to score, and that's exactly what happened as the offense came to life tonight, and we had a lot of playmakers there who were able to help that happen here, as it was Damian Brockington who was able to put up, we've got 3 touchdowns tonight, as well as an interception, which is a huge, huge thing. All right, so if we look through some of the stats here, Tiffin Columbian, they picked up 31 first downs on the evening and had 268 total rushing yards. Damian Brockington, their leader in that regards, had 162 yards to go along with 2 rushing touchdowns. And then we mentioned he picked up a third one through the air there. Of course, Keyshawn Seitz, he only had 6 carries, but he put up 55 yards. So he was kind of lightning in a bottle there when Brockington had to step out here in the second half. Braden Rogo, he had quite a few quarterback keepers there and really ran with authority in the second half. He picked up another 50 yards on the ground for this Tornado offense. So they did a wonderful job there. And then, of course, they were able to throw the ball around a little bit as they picked up 228 yards through the air. And, it's one of those deals where you've got Jack Corper leading the way, 78 yards, of course, on 7 receptions. Brockington, this isn't something that we saw a lot of last week, but Damian Brockington did a phenomenal job catching the ball as well, as he had 77 yards through the air. So Damian Brockington, an all-around amazing effort here tonight, as he really helped get this offense on his back and got moving here. So the one thing that we definitely should note here is Tiffin, if there's a scar on the evening, it's those 6 penalties, and they had to give up 64 yards in the process, and some of those yards actually helped Huron put up some points here. Huron, if you look at the flip side there, they had 15 first downs, and they were only able to pick up 56 yards on the ground rushing the ball. Now, of course, their lead tailback, number 15, Andrew Delaney, he had to exit the game, so we didn't see him in the second half. And Paul Maloney, he had to pick up some of those carries and just did not get as many yards as they did in the first half. Now, throwing the ball was the key there for Huron, 162 yards. But those 2 interceptions, that's the big one right there, as it was a huge, huge game changer. Now, Bo Harkleroad, he was kind of their go-to guy, as he had 95 yards catching the ball, and we seem to hear his name all over the field there, Zach, where it wasn't just an offense where he had huge key receptions, but also he had big tackles on the defensive side, as he was that safety valve that stopped a couple of long runs that could have done more damage against this Tigers defense. You can see down there on the field, you've got victory formation there, if we want to call it that, and the Columbian football team excited, doing well here so far tonight. Now, just because this never happens, we had great field goal kicking last week, and we saw great field goal kicking again this week, as they were able to knock it in. Cameron Manor had a 40-yard field goal in the first half, and it's just, it's incredible because usually teams, they're going to bring that soccer player out, and you're not going to get much from those sideways kicks.
Yeah, one of the big things to point out here, and I'm sure we'll get to ask our player of the game, is we'll have that interview with you momentarily. This was a great bounce-back win. I mean, you go on the road, you're all the way in Columbus versus Bishop Watterson, and things don't go as planned, obviously. They lose that one 33-14, I believe was the final score.
Yep.
And they just couldn't get anything going. The offense didn't work. Their rushing game didn't work. Their defense gave up, obviously, a ton of points. So to come back tonight, hold Huron to 17, put on a pretty good offensive display, shows you that this kind of bounce-back mentality. It shows you a lot about the team culture and a lot about Coach Lutz and his staff.
So just looking around, next week we follow Tiffin to Sandusky. Right now, the Sandusky Blue Streaks in the third quarter of play have a 49-28 lead over Vermilion. So something to keep in mind. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with our player of the game here at Heart of Ohio Sports.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports,
great game.
It's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today, take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back to Frost-Kalnow Stadium, and Tiffin, a huge lead, or a huge victory, 35-17 over the visiting Huron Tigers. And joining us up here in the booth, our player of the game, our Little HUGO'S player of the game, Braden Rogo. Braden, hey, congratulations on the big victory. Nice bounce back. It's got to feel good to be on the winning side again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, first of all. We had a great week of practice, and, our message was you don't lose the state championship in week 4, and you can't win it. So we had a good week, and obviously got the win tonight.
Good deal. So, like last week, offense seemed to struggle a little bit against a really tough Bishop Watterson team, and we had a chance to talk to Coach Lutz before the game, and he said best way to cure that is just to score some points, and I think you guys did a pretty good job tonight.
Yeah, our offense is so explosive. Last week was completely on me. We had just played poorly, to be honest, and tonight came out and put a lot of points on the board, and it was a pretty good game.
Damian Brockington, he had a huge game. You were able to connect with him quite a few times, and he had a few touchdowns there. But I think the one thing I'm most impressed there with is second half, you were really rushing the ball all over the place. And usually you'll slide, and it's probably what your coaches tell you to do. But you had a couple out there where you're just diving all over the place. It's kind of cool to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Damian's so dynamic, and we know they're going to key in on him. So we did a couple fake handoffs, and I was able to squirt free a little bit and, yeah, lower the shoulder a little bit. Coach Lutz loves it. He always encourages me to lower the boom a little bit. So.
Hey, there you go, and it worked out really well. All right, so you guys have Sandusky next week. Have you started thinking about them, or are you still enjoying the victory tonight?
Oh, we'll enjoy it tonight, but we know league play. Our league's tough, really tough, so we got to have a great film session tomorrow. We'll off day Sunday, and then Monday we got to come ready to go for Sandusky.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the huge victory tonight. Enjoy it, and congratulations being our player of the game here. And, hey, good luck next week. Can't wait to watch you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked in to the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, final score here from Tiffin, Ohio. The Columbian Tornadoes 35, Huron 17, as they come out on the winning side tonight. Of course, we just spoke to Braden Rogo, our Little HUGO'S player of the game. Phenomenal effort by the offense. They did just an amazing job bouncing back. I'm excited to see what kind of work they're able to put in this week to get themselves ready here. So we got the whole team here, and I think we've had a phenomenal broadcast. Thank you very much for tuning in here. Do not forget, get on YouTube right now. If you have not, click subscribe to Heart of Ohio Sports. Make sure you stay tuned with X Stream. That's our stream, our home, but also the A Stream when we're not around. Now, the A Stream, they're going to pick up the Calvert game tomorrow, so you've got more great football coverage coming right at you here at Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, so I think for the rest of us here, we got Connor Roush, Zack Dillon here. I'm Dominic Helmstetter. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Tiffin with a big victory, and we will see you next week from Sandusky.